All right, Lavelle. Last one. Are you ready?
Sure.
All right, last one. Will the kicking game sink the Vikings? Now, it's been great. It was great all year. We were all waiting for like the other shoe to drop. We're like, all right, at some point, Will Reichard is going to miss a kick. It's going to cost him, blah, blah, blah. Like, hey, make sure you miss one at least before the NFC title game. Let's not have Gary Anderson all over again. It's more serious than that, though. He misses 2 kicks against the Colts, and we find out that he went into the game injured, didn't really tell anybody about it. He had a strain. Now it's on IR. They're going to be, using a different kicker. Probably sounds like John Parker Romo for 4 games at least. New long snapper too. And Lavelle, like I've talked to a lot of kickers over the years, especially Ryan Longwell when he used to be with the Vikings. Like that whole operation takes a while to get going. This could be kind of rough and choppy. Is this something that we should be worried about?
Absolutely. These are the Minnesota Vikings.
Yes.
For some reason, the football gods have played with their kickers going back multiple years. Yes. Anderson in the NFC Championship.
Yes.
Carlson White left from 27.
Blair Walsh.
Blair Walsh. I meant
Blair Walsh in 2015. John Carlson in 2018.
Yeah, but Carlson, giving up on Carlson, actually. Carlson ended up having a nice career,
Yes. Daniel Carlson, not
Daniel Carlson. Why?
Yes.
I apologize.
I was wrong. I called him John Carlson. That's a former Viking too. But anyway, go on.
But yes, through Vikings history, they've had issues with kickers. It looks like the gods are like, okay, we're going to tease you with Will Reichard and his wonderful leg that may be the first kicker to kick a field goal from 72 yards or whatever. We're going to tease you with him. But then we're going to take him away, and we're going to return you to the hair-raising, heart-stopping moments that you're used to having as Vikings football fans. Here's JD Romo, and here's a replacement long snapper off the street. Good luck. Right. So the snaps have to be on point, although the long snapper has some NFL experience.
Yes.
Plenty of NFL experience.
Yes.
John David Romo has never kicked in an NFL game.
No.
This is crazy. I mean, I feel bad for the Vikings, but this just screams that something terrible is going to happen. Like, he may sit on the bench for the entire game, and in the fourth quarter, he may be needed to put the Vikings ahead or tie the game for his first NFL field goal attempt.
Yep. What can go wrong?
Vikings Nation will be shaking in their boots at this possibility. I'm sorry, Vikings fans. I'm just using history as a guide here. This is what happens to Minnesota Vikings and Minnesota Vikings fans. Their kicker lets them down. Even the best ones have foiled them. And now you've got John David Romo. Good luck with that.
Now, it's the middle of the season, so you would imagine that Reichard comes back healthy at some point, and he can still be the kicker. He still feels like their long-term solution, right? This is a short-term problem. He's definitely their long. Yeah, he's great. He was automatic for 7 games. Like, just he came on the field like you've never had that feeling as a Vikings fan for a long time, where you're like, okay, he is going to make this kick. Like, no matter how far away it is. Like, it was shocking even when he missed the 53-yarder, let alone the shorter one after that. You could tell something wasn't right with him. But so you had 7 games of that. Now you got 4 games at least where you got to kind of ride this roller coaster game. Now, the one bright spot is, Lavelle, let's face it, this isn't against the world's greatest competition. They got the Jaguars on Sunday. And, oh, by the way, sounds like Trevor Lawrence is limited in practice. We're not sure if he's going to play in that game.
Oh, boy.
Then you've got the Titans after that. Then you've got your Bears, who are a mess.
Who are falling apart.
Ready
to sitting there with an apple in their mouth, ready to be slaughtered.
And then you got Arizona after that, which isn't a bad team, but that one's back at US Bank Stadium. So those are the 4 that you'd be without your kicker. And then, if you can get him back after that, then it's the Kirk Bowl after that. The Falcons come in here. So
those next 3 games are on the road, though, right? So John David Romo has got to kick on the road. And see, I'm trying to think of Jacksonville.
I think it's John Parker Romo. I think you're confusing with John David Booty. Are we combining names, or is it John David Romo and I'm wrong?
I think you're right. This has been an awful, performance.
John Parker Romo. John Parker. That's okay.
We've mauled names in this segment terribly.
Oh, yes, that's okay.
I apologize for everybody.
John Carlson, John Parker Romo is the kicker. But yes, you're right. All 3 on the road. Like, the weather shouldn't be too much of an issue in these first 2. You wouldn't think Jacksonville, Tennessee, those will be relatively nice. But kicking in these kicking in the wind of Chicago in mid to late November might not be the best thing for an inexperienced kicker.
No doubt. I remember, one of the greatest kickers of Bears history, Robbie Gould, his first year kicking at Soldier Field, he attempted a kick when the wind was blowing from right to left, and the ball was headed straight down the middle of the upright. It ended up in the left corner before it got through the goalpost. Yeah. It's just a tricky place to kick it, especially later in the year. And that game's November 24th. And that's right when the weather could be nasty. It's coming off weather off the lake, could be snow. Like I said, the game could be on. The Bears may amazingly figure out a way to be competitive, making that kick a big one. So yes, not the best. Being able to have your first field goal attempt in the NFL in US Bank Stadium would have been nice for the guy.
Yes,
but it's not going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen. They're going to have 3 straight road games. Now it's incumbent on the rest of the team. Sometimes you see this where someone gets injured, even a kicker, and you're like, okay, we just got to pull their weight. Let's not have this come down to a field goal. Play things a little bit tighter. Make sure you take care of business. Sometimes you see that. So we'll see if they respond against Jacksonville and make sure this isn't some sort of thing where it does come down to the kick. Although, by the way, Mark Craig, our colleague, keeps tweeting out this amazing stat. I think they're 13-1 during KOC's tenure when they miss a kick during the game. 13-1. They went to 13-1 during his tenure when they miss a kick. When Reichard missed those 2 the other day. So for some reason, it hasn't affected them to miss all these kicks.
That's weird.
It's wild. It's very strange.
That doesn't add up. But
no, it doesn't.
Sports sometimes doesn't add up.
No,
that's what makes it so entertaining.
It does. I hope you guys were all entertained by us today. Lavelle, appreciate it. We'll do it again next week, and we'll get the names right next time too.
Thanks, John David Rand.